February of 2024 generated 10 butterfly reports at wisconsinbutterflies.org, a new record for the site. In a typical year, first butterflies appear in March, usually toward the end of the month. It seems that global climate change is impacting our phenology here in the Badger State. These early reports made me curious. I wanted to know who our earliest flyers were, so I entered the first 10 species of butterflies reported to wisconsinbutterflies.org into a spreadsheet, starting at 2005 and working to the present. And I scored them on a scale of 10 to 1, with 10 being the first to appear and 1 being the 10th to appear. 1,100 points were totaled as 55 points were distributed to each year. A perfect score of 200 would mean that that butterfly was the first seen every year. 26 butterflies made the list. First, the 2 top species should be no surprise to any experienced butterflyer. The eastern comma edged out the mourning cloak to take top honors, scoring 182 points out of a possible 200. Both species overwinter as adults and should be the first flyers in the late winter or early spring. They emerge from underneath loose bark or from other protected areas to patrol on warmer days. When the temperatures drop, they seek shelter again. Third place went to the Compton tortoiseshell, another overwintering imago that scored 149 points. Fourth place went to the ubiquitous cabbage white. While the cabbage white scored 119 out of 200, fifth place went to a butterfly scoring far fewer points, only 73, the Milbert's tortoiseshell. Scoring 71, the gray comma, an overwintering adult, and at 65, the red admiral, an immigrant from south of Wisconsin, took places 6 and 7 in the rankings. That's remarkable for the red admiral, which has banner years as well as years when few are seen. The spring azure clocked in at 8th place, followed by the Olympia marble and the American lady filling out positions 9 and 10. After that, the remaining 16 species all scored less than 20 points, making them far less likely to show up in the first 10 list of any given year. Places 11 through 15 went as follows: clouded sulfur, green comma, painted lady, black swallowtail, and Henry's elfin. I believe that the green comma and Henry's elfin, restricted to the northern part of the state, are underrepresented as more reports come from the southern half of Wisconsin. The black swallowtail is, subsequently, overrepresented by showing up in the southwestern part of the state and being eminently easy to spot and identify. My reasoning might be faulty, though, as the seldom seen satyr comma appears at 16. The satyr is one of our more restricted species, found only in northernmost counties, so I believe that people searching it out, most notably Mike Reese, are responsible for this surprisingly high ranking. 17 through 20 went to brown elfin, common checkered skipper, question mark, and monarch and mustard white tied for 20th place. The monarch only made the first 10 one year, where it showed up 4th, earning 7 points for that single appearance. The final 6 scored either 3 points or 1, making them the real long shots for any given year's first 10. What does this mean for butterflies or the people that watch them? I'm not sure, but a few generalizations are possible. First, predictions become less likely as the season progresses. Yes, it's highly likely that a mourning cloak will win, place, or show, but it's anyone's guess for the 8th species to show in a given year. Second, the movement of butterflies and our observations of them involve an incredible number of variables. Each year is different, yet even then some consistencies arise. Some variables carry more weight, such as whether or not a species can overwinter in Wisconsin, which helps account for our most common early butterflies. Other variables such as weather patterns, precipitation, temperature and its fluctuations, and snow cover are far less understood as they impact butterfly frequencies. Those are the variables that might influence the 7th species to be seen in any year. Obviously, this crunching of numbers left out a very important piece of data: the frequency of a given species in the observations. Yes, mourning cloaks, eastern commas, and Compton tortoiseshells are our earliest butterflies in almost every year, particularly when we consider frequency. But that's a study for another time.